Hi guys, good morning. Today is 7th of November 2017 and today is my 200th video. And it's such a beautiful pleasure, a nice day. You know, it's right now about 8:30, quarter to 9 in the morning, and I feel so blessed to be with you all and share this 200 video. So I really want to share with you all the journey, how I started and how it just kept on growing. You know, हिंदी में एक कहावत है ना कि लोग जुड़ते गए और कारवां बनता गया, तो कुछ उसी तरह का मेरे साथ हुआ. You know, I remember exactly 1 year back. You know, like if you think about November of 2016, I was virtually a YouTube watcher. You know, like I would watch YouTube video every single day, but I had this urge, you know, कि मुझे कुछ करना है. मैं जब YouTube स्पेस देखती थी तो मुझे लगता था इन लोगों को YouTube वीडियोस तो बनाने आते हैं, बट उसमें क्या डालना है, क्या कंटेंट होना चाहिए, वो उन लोगों को नहीं पता था. And I used to feel that I can give much better quality, you know, like for every single thing. You know, like if you talk about education, I knew that I can give better, you know, inputs in education because I'm a teacher myself. And I saw the stock, you know, space of stock market, and I realized there is virtually, you know, there's nobody who's giving a decent, or I would say very authentic, you know, knowledge to people. And as the, you know, as the Gautam Buddha says, it's the heart that matters. So my heart was to give whatever I know in the best possible way to every single human being. You know, like जितने भी लोग मेरे चैनल को देखें, उनको एक जेन्युइन एक अप्रोच स्टॉक मार्केट की मिले. इस माइंडसेट से मैं अपना चैनल शुरू करना चाहती थी, बट एज आई टोल्ड यू, आई एम टेक्निकली वेरी चैलेंज्ड. यू नो, to give you an example, you know, to even attach a file to an email used to be a challenge for me. And I used to think, you know, how would I, you know, do it, you know, and I would take my help of my kids, you know. So first my son used to help me, then my daughter used to help me, and then both of them left for higher education. And before leaving, they said, "Mom, you have to become independent." And I said, yes, I've got to be independent. You know, I can't be relying on, you know, getting my tickets booked or the emails to be attached on kids who are not in India. So I started learning, you know, like it was a big push that I had to give to myself, you know, because it wasn't easy, you know. And then that's how the journey began, you know. And then YouTube really attracted me, and I felt that I want to do something here. And I want to do something which can transform people's life. I didn't want to do something, you know, just because I want to see. So if I look back 1 year back, you know, I had no knowledge, nothing that you would say. So I first upgraded my digital skills, you know, like I first went to the various coaching institutes and told them, you know, I mean, learned, you know, how the digital marketing is done, how not that I learned how the video is recorded. That I searched on the new YouTube and talked to a few friends in US, and from them I learned. And then, of course, on a very shaky ground, I launched my first video on 10th of January 2017. And, you know, I was absolutely unsure what kind of response will I get, but definitely it was a very positive response. Probably, you know, I really always keep saying, you know, that this platform of my YouTube is very divine, because I don't know how a person like me, who's absolutely having no knowledge of digital marketing or technology, could be here and doing what I'm doing, you know. So I'll tell you how every step I kept on getting the help, you know, and it's as if everybody was just pushing me to make you know, these videos. So on 10th of January I started, you know, and my this thing was, I mean, I was really you know, bad with it. If I listen to that video today, I feel, you know, it was it's not up to the mark, you know. And but at the same time I feel a little, you know, upset about it. How could I post such a poor quality video? And then at the same time, I feel very proud also, because it was as if breaking the grounds and coming out of it, because I was technologically absolutely zero. So then onwards the journey started. There was a problem with the sound, and then there was a problem with the, sometimes the screen capture. I mean, everything was a big hassle for me. So now January passed by, February passed by. By the time my channel had got popularity, it had about 2,000 students, 2,000 members. And almost on a daily basis, I would get requests, why don't you start with, teaching us? So I definitely wanted to do that, but I didn't know how. How will I share with my platform with so many people? Somebody was in US, somebody was in UK, somebody was in many people from Dubai, Sharjah, and Middle East joined. So I was just wondering how I do that. So I was talking to, I was doing my research extensively on the YouTube and on net, and some of my friends in US really helped me to figure out. And I asked them, how do you people conduct? And I was told that my friends told me that they conducted by GoToWebinar. So I've tried everything, Hangout and Click on whatever various other softwares are available, but I was very comfortable with GoToWebinar. So in a day I learned how to use GoToWebinar. I'm not very good, as I told you, technologically challenged, but I did learn it in one day. So this is around 15th of March, but I had no tech support in my workplace. Like I operate from home, and then my tech team takes care of it. But that time I didn't have my tech team, and I was getting this push from the members on YouTube that you must start the webinar. So what happened, on around 25th or 26th, one guy walks into my institute and he says, are you looking for a digital, person who can do digital marketing for you? I said, yes, of course I am. And that's how my backend team leader Sachin joined in. This is 25th of March. And then 27th of March, I still didn't have a website. So the guy who makes website just called me up and he said, I'm in Delhi. If you want, I can make your website in 2 days. I said, nothing, better than this, just do it. And within 2 days, he made my website and launched it. The moment it was launched, you will not believe, within a single day, I remember that day very clearly, 30th of March, 50 people joined in. 50 people joined in. Some accomplished traders joined my YouTube, my webinar. And on top of it, I was thinking, how will I pay this, GoToWebinar, which is very, very expensive. So I was just talking to them, and I get an email from them that you don't need to pay right now, you have to pay after 1 month. I said, this is something unexpected, as if everybody was pushing me to make the videos. And anyhow, I started with that first webinar, and I had such beautiful people in that webinar. I had 𝐒𝐻𝐻, I have Vena's, I have 𝐻𝐑𝐄𝐻𝐻, she's my oldest member. Then Manish Bharucha joined from Gujarat, and then Mangaldeep Mohanty, who's actually having his own channel called High Trading, and he's an accomplished intraday trader. He joined my webinar, and it was just unbelievable. I couldn't believe. Of course, first day when I did my webinar, I kind of fumbled, but after that, I just picked up. Everything was just smooth sailing. Then webinar 2 came. It was a little challenging webinar for me because members were creating a lot of problem. But except 1 or 2, all of them are with me still, and they're doing so well. In that, I came across Yasin, He relentlessly, every single day, he will post his research, on our WhatsApp group. And their trades are bang on. Whether the market is going, irrespective. Market goes up or down, their trades are bang on, So if you really want to see how a mentor is doing, you don't need to see what I'm teaching, but what you need to see is how my members are, how my students are performing. And I believe they're doing extremely well. They're doing too well. So they can beat any, like the biggest names that you hear in industry. My students' recommendations come before that, much before that, and much better than that, with precision. when is this going to happen? And to the extent now, I don't need to do so much of research. Earlier I used to do manual research. Now I have a professional software, but earlier I used to do manual research. It used to take me good 4 hours, 5 hours, like that. So then the third and the fourth webinar came, and then I came across, as I'm telling you, like कि लोग जुड़ते गए और कारवा बनता गया. So now in my fourth webinar, there was Sikandar, there were many others, and then there was this guy, Prabhu. So I'm teaching, I'm teaching them, about particular trade, and I said this particular stock looks to me weak. Even before I could complete my sentence, he had done the trade, he has sold this and bought it back and booked the profit. That was something phenomenal for me, like that speed was amazing. So, and then after that, I would talk to him on a regular basis. So I teach a mobile app in my webinar, which basically help us in analyzing the market on the go. So I was teaching that mobile app, and I told about a few features which I feel are very, very important. And then he, on the WhatsApp group, he posted another 20 features. And then I said, Prabhu, can I call you up? And when I called him up, he told me another 2,000 more features about that app, which were just outstanding. So I felt there is a way, there was, like something that I lacked, which was technology. He was, kind of complementing that. And so 5th went by, and the 6th went by, 7th, 8th, 9th onwards, he's my partner. And he's in Bangalore and I'm in Gurgaon, and we conducted together. And also then, in somewhere around August, we launched our, so what was happening, we were not being able to have an accountability of the trades that, I've been giving. Because I remember before I started webinar, also I had a very good accuracy. You can watch my YouTube videos. Every single stock that I talked about really did well. Like 3 major, stocks that I remember was Just Dial, Reliance Capital, Reliance Infra. I don't remember one of them, and the other one was Jet Airways. To the extent I said, if you earn money in Jet Airways, you have to join the webinar to learn about it. That was before the first webinar. So, but after taking, now, so now what, say around August onwards, I've taken up a very professional software, which has improved, which has reduced the time, and it has improved my performance also much better. So, we wanted to, track our performance. So, we launched with something called Telegram channel. So, in Telegram channel also, there are right now 4,100 members over there. Like it's a huge number. And when I give a trade, I'm responsible for all those members. So it's a huge responsibility that I bear. So from Telegram also, I've come across beautiful people. So one of them is Prashant. He's studying in US, and he's doing his masters from a college in Los Angeles. And he texted me one day that I've been watching the videos and learning from them. And I'm a web designer, and I do digital marketing, and I can help you in automizing your entire registration process. And he said that because you're doing so much for others, I would like to do it in the most reasonable cost. So we contacted him, and he's the one who's responsible for our beautiful website. So I want Prashant to speak something, and then I'll move forward from here. Right? Hand it over to Prashant.
Hello Seema ma'am. Hello Prabhu sir. Hi friends. My name is Prashant, and I am from P9 Labs. P9 Labs is a software development company. First of all, I would like to congratulate Seema ma'am on completing 200 video on YouTube channel. Congratulations Seema ma'am. Today I would like to share a story, like how I came across a StockPro channel. Like everybody else, couple of months ago, I was paying 10,000 every month in stock market tips to one of the top money control boarder. But that was not working out really good for me. So I stopped that, and because I always wanted to learn technical analysis, so that I don't have to depend on anyone on stock market tips. And I was just searching something related to the stock market on Telegram, and I came across this channel of StockPro. And then I talked with Seema ma'am, and then I came across on YouTube platform, and then I started watching videos. I have tried to do technical analysis on my own. I learned a lot from it, and I tried to implement it by buying few stocks, and it's working really good as of now. And I want to thank you, Seema ma'am, for that. And later on, I decided to give my service to Seema ma'am, so that I can help them in creating a good website for their business, so that more and more people can join their program, and more people can get benefited from these webinars. So I contacted Seema ma'am, and we created a very good website. And then we created the registration bot, so that it becomes easy for people to register themselves online, you know. And one thing I wanted to tell here is Seema ma'am thinks a lot about their trainees. She knows very well that people have a problem paying webinar fees, so she worked really hard on making the payments through EMI, and we have succeeded so far in making in the process of giving EMI facilities to the people who cannot afford to pay all the money together. And soon you'll be having a EMI option online. And yeah, that's it. Thank you, Seema ma'am. Thank you for everything. Bye.
So right now it's about 9:20, 9:25. The market has just started. And before I go on and explain you my setup, you know, so about Prashant, I would like to say that he is in US, in you know, Los Angeles, and we are in India, you know, almost diagonally far from you know, each other. And then anytime you call him up, he's available. He will, I mean, he will not take even a fraction of a second to respond. And his mind is always working, you know. He's the one who's responsible for automizing our website, you know, the registration process. And then he's the one who suggested, why don't you go for the EMI option? You can even get that. And like the various, you know, things that he keeps suggesting me, although it's not in his domain, but yet, you know, he keeps telling me, okay, ma'am, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you know. So I believe there's a constant engagement that he has, you know, like it's not just that he's made the website and it's over. So, I mean, I really, really admire people with spirits, you know, like who have got that very, very high-spirited youth. I really admire them, you know, and I'm surprisingly surrounded by them, you know. So it's me here, and Sachet in my workplace, and Prabhu in Bangalore, and Prashant in US. That's how we manage this entire the whole thing that you see, you know. So now this is my setup that you can see here, you know. So when this is my Surface, Microsoft Surface, you know. So whenever I have to teach something and I need to draw, I use Microsoft Surface. It comes with this stylus, like you can see this I can write, you know, with this over on the screen. So I can write, you know, so this comes handy, you know, when I'm writing, I need to explain something, then this comes handy. And this one is my, you know, the latest desktop that I have, you know, and this is my professional software from which I keep doing my research and keep putting, you know, like the most of the trades that you get, I decipher over here. So, and, you know, earlier, you know, you remember then there was a sound issue, you know, so I used to make from my headphones, you know. So these were my headphones are somewhere here. So I used to use these headphones, you know. But I mean, I used to morning I would sit and make my videos. But now I use my Blue Yeti. This is my Blue Yeti, you know, and this Blue Yeti is really, really good, you know. The sound quality with this has really gone up. So this is my setup, you know. So I mean, small, tiny corner of my house. But this is where from morning when I sit, you know, I sit in the morning at about 9 o'clock over here, and it's good at 3:30 that I get up. You know, before that I have no idea what's going on in my house. Have I had my, you know, my staff will come and give me juice, staff will come and give me fruits or some kind of things to eat in between, but I really have no idea what's going on. So this is where I sit, you know, this is my chair from 9 o'clock till 3:30. I'm just here. So you can see, you know, like this is my setup, you know, so everything that you hear is actually being made here, you know, and then I do have a, you know, small hotspot also, you know, sometimes I'm traveling, you know, because I feel very committed to my channel, you know, so even if I'm traveling, I carry my hotspot and try to make videos. There are some times, you know, I am in a location where I can't really, you know, do something about it. That's a different matter. But where the net is poor, but otherwise, it's a rule that I will make my videos no matter where I am. So guys, this was my journey, and today is 220. Oh, okay. So I forgot to tell you about one more guy. You know, he's also the one who's responsible for promoting a channel on Telegram, and he's Pratik. So Pratik Prashant, all starting with PR. So probably that's how, you know, and he helped us in growing our channel. You know, he's marketing our channel to different places. So now, you know, what I want to tell you here, there are about 6,000 plus members on YouTube English channel, and there are about 900 members on YouTube Hindi, and then 4,000 plus 4,200, 150 members on Telegram. So it's a good community of 1,000 people, and it's 200 plus 24 videos on Hindi channel. So I'm telling you, I'm gonna go on. It's just the 200 video, but I pledge and promise to make 200,000 videos to educate India, to educate people about stock market, and I will do this work relentlessly until people learn it. You know, so as I've been saying, what I teach has no meaning if my students can't replicate that success in their life. But with every webinar, I see people doing extremely well. In my latest webinar, webinar number 9. There was this person called Saurabh, and when I spoke to him first, you know, he said, I don't even have options, I can't trade in future option, I trade in equity only. I think he's doing beautifully well. He's done so many trades in options, and all, you know, like multiplying, or all giving more than 300-400% time returns in just few days. So guys, keep learning, and I'll keep making videos for you. I'll keep doing my bit, and I expect you people to do your bit and learn and learn and learn. So probably I'll make another video during the daytime to analyze Nifty, or maybe I don't analyze Nifty today because today's probably this was your gift. And learn about stock market, trade in stock market with confidence, and for that you have to learn, because you need to understand the market. You need to understand the direction of the market, where the market is going to go up, when the market is going to go down. And I'm saying, if you don't want to join webinar, although we promise that whatever you will invest, we will ensure you get it back, but still I'm saying that my 200 videos will give you enough knowledge to be able to at least not incur losses. That much I can promise you. Like, you can read the YouTube comments that are there, and besides that, I'm here for a very, very serious work. You know, I don't want to give a caption to my videos that 1,00,000 करोड़ कैसे बनाएं, या इस तरह का कुछ कि ये स्टॉक आपको 1 साल में करोड़पति बना देगा. I don't want to give that. I want to do simple teaching. I want to make people learn. You know, that's my objective, and I will not deviate. So if the viewers are lesser, if the growth is lesser, I really don't care about it. I really don't. I believe even if one person I can teach, and one person can learn from me, for me, I've done my job. But I believe I'm being able to you know, teach many others. So a lot of them I probably will be completing about 350 odd people by training them in stock market. So that is my accomplishment. That is my, you know, mission. And I don't trade much. People keep asking me, why don't you show your, you know, tell me how do I trade? Tell me how do I trade? You know, when you're sitting in the market, you have to be, I'm an investor. So I invest and forget about it. Forget, close your eyes, that's it. But when I'm teaching, I'm connecting. Now my webinar is about to start in another half an hour or so. So the teaching webinar, making 2 videos, giving you trades. How do I look into my trades? Tell me. It's not possible. It's simply not possible. So what I'm saying that I'm an investor. So that is why you don't see me trading much. And even if I trade in 100 shares, 50 shares, 200 shares, just for the research purpose. I'm not an intraday trader. So good day, guys. I mean, hope you must have found some authenticity in what I'm saying, you know, and really keep watching and keep sharing my videos with others, because they are very basic videos. They can help many more people from losing money in the stock market. So good day, guys. Enjoy. More than 200, right now 200. I promise to make 200,000 videos. Bye bye. Good day.